make enough money off of me.
Rihanna was like, I just wanted to be her.
So my parents were like, be realistic. Like, you need to work. This can be a side.
The ongoing comparisons between South African singer Tyla and global superstar Rihanna have sparked one of the most heated debates in music today, with fans, blogs, and industry insiders dissecting every move, look, and post while trying to figure out if there is actual tension or if it's just the media fueling a narrative for clicks. The story really began in 2023 when Tyla's track Water went viral on TikTok, blending Afrobeat, R&B, and piano influences into a sound that resonated worldwide, and pushed her straight onto the Billboard Hot 100, where she eventually peaked at number 7, and the moment was historic as she became the first-ever winner of the Grammy Award for Best African Music Performance, immediately putting her on the global stage as a face of African pop. But with success that fast came side-eye glances and constant scrutiny, especially because her styling, rollout, and stage presence started drawing heavy comparisons to Rihanna's early career. Fans began to joke that Tyla was stepping into Rihanna's old shoes, pointing to hair, outfits, and even her Met Gala and MTV EMA looks as proof, with some even claiming she was being positioned as Rihanna 2.0 by Epic Records, her label, which invested millions in marketing campaigns across TikTok and Twitter to push her into the mainstream just as Def Jam did for Rihanna during her rise. And although Tyla herself has acknowledged Rihanna as an inspiration, she has also stressed in interviews that she wants to be recognized for her own artistry, saying things like, "Rihanna is Rihanna, but I'm Tyla, and as people get to know me, they will see me as just Tyla," which sounded polite but also signaled that she's tired of constantly being boxed in as a copy. At the same time, Rihanna, now a billionaire mogul with music, fashion, and beauty empires plus a growing family, has stayed relatively quiet but not entirely invisible, occasionally posting cryptic Instagram quotes such as, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper," which fans immediately interpreted as shade directed at Tyla, even though it could have applied to anything. But in the court of public opinion, those words fan the flames of speculation that Rihanna might not be happy with the industry trying to paint Tyla as her replacement. Critics argue that the fashion and music world thrive on narratives of the next big thing. So even if Rihanna and Tyla have no personal animosity, the labels and media benefit from fueling competition because it creates drama, headlines, and attention, while supporters of Tyla claim she is unfairly branded an industry plant, when in reality her viral hit and international success reflect the power of TikTok and streaming platforms to break talent in new ways. Meanwhile, others believe Rihanna's lack of a co-sign for Tyla is telling, since historically Rihanna has supported younger artists she believes in, and the absence of collaborations with big names like Drake, Beyoncé, or Rihanna herself feels unusual for someone with Tyla's momentum, leading fans to wonder if quiet pushback is happening behind the scenes. Still, Tyla's rise is undeniable, from her viral TikTok choreography with water on the floor to her high fashion appearances where she has been dressed in custom Balmain or vintage Roberto Cavalli, earning spots at events like the Met Gala 2024, and even landing on Anna Wintour's 2025 host committee, milestones that cement her as a new fashion darling just as Rihanna was in her early days, but this only fueled louder comparisons, with social media users saying her style and aura felt copy-paste. Despite the noise, Tyla continues to publicly praise Rihanna, telling British Vogue and Cosmopolitan that Rihanna gave her hope as someone from outside the US who made it global, showing that she sees her as a trailblazer, yet her tone has shifted slightly as she
There are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
asserts her independence, and posts about people secretly recording her conversations were interpreted by fans as subtle shade toward Rihanna's camp or industry gatekeepers who might be monitoring her. Regardless of whether that was her intention, all of this creates a narrative where Rihanna is seen as guarding her throne while Tyla tries to step out of her shadow. And while Rihanna's cryptic social media posts may be harmless, fans are quick to attach meaning, highlighting how public perception can shift based on speculation alone. Industry politics also play a role here, since Rihanna's influence in music, fashion, and business is unmatched, and if she doesn't support someone, it could indirectly affect opportunities, though this has never been proven. Yet the speculation remains because in such a competitive field, narratives of jealousy or sabotage are always tempting to believe. Fans online are deeply divided, with some arguing Tyla is being unfairly attacked for succeeding as a young black woman, while others believe her image has been too heavily modeled after Rihanna to ignore creating a catch-22 where Tyla can't win either way. At the core of it all is a conversation about originality, inspiration, and how the industry often pits women against each other to drive engagement, overshadowing the real artistry involved. And whether Rihanna feels threatened or not, the comparisons won't stop until Tyla has carved a long enough career path to stand firmly on her own identity. But for now, the viral debates, fan wars, and cryptic posts make this story bigger than just music, transforming it into a cultural discussion about legacy, influence, and the pressures of following in the footsteps of icons. Ultimately, Tyla's rapid rise and Rihanna's established dominance are not mutually exclusive, yet the entertainment world thrives on conflict, meaning the narrative of rivalry will likely continue whether or not the artists themselves engage. And what remains most important is that behind the headlines are two women navigating an industry that often uses competition to profit, leaving fans and media to speculate endlessly while the truth of their relationship, whether supportive, indifferent, or tense, stays known only to them. The ongoing conversation about Tyla and Rihanna has sparked major debates online, not just about their music, but about how the industry positions rising stars in comparison to established icons. Tyla's rapid rise, powered by her breakout hit Water and a major push from Epic Records, immediately drew comparisons to Rihanna's early career, with fans pointing out similarities in style, rollout, and even fashion choices. While Tyla has repeatedly expressed admiration for Rihanna and insisted she is her own artist, critics argue that her branding has been heavily manufactured, following a blueprint that mirrors Rihanna's journey from island roots to global pop dominance. This has created speculation that the industry is deliberately shaping Tyla to fit into Rihanna's legacy lane, which naturally fuels tension. Rihanna's cryptic posts and silence around the comparisons have only intensified fan theories, while Tyla's subtle comments about wanting to escape another artist's shadow suggest she feels boxed in by the narrative. The conversation gets even more layered when you consider how much influence Rihanna holds in music, fashion, and business, making her a powerful figure whose opinion could impact Tyla's opportunities. At the same time, Tyla's team may have leaned too hard into familiar formulas, inviting comparisons that make it harder for her to stand on her own. Fans are split. Some say Tyla is simply inspired, others think the similarities are too close to ignore, and many believe the industry thrives on stirring rivalries to keep audiences engaged. Ultimately, this isn't just about two artists, but about how the entertainment machine recycles stars and pits generations against each other. Tyla's challenge now is proving she can carve out her own identity, because if she remains tied to Rihanna's shadow, her growth could be limited.